Hi guys. So today I'm going to be doing a sort of reading catch-up again and also a haul. I have amassed a little haul of books to show you today, and it should be a good one. I also have one book that I am unhauling today, so I will show you that as well, and let's just get into it. So first off, I wanted to update you on what I've been reading. This is The Stone Sky by N.K. Jemisin. This is the third and last book in the Broken Earth trilogy, and I finished this at the end of last week. So if you've been following my reviews, I rated the first two books 5 stars, and this is no different. This is also a 5-star read. This whole trilogy was just absolutely insane, so good. And this book, again, was awarded the Hugo Award. I think all 3 books in the trilogy were, which is insane, but so well deserved. This is an adult fantasy series following a group of people who have the ability to control or manipulate the energy in the earth, and what happens when the end times come, basically. It's so unique. I've never read another series like this before, but it's so good. The writing itself is very unusual, but in such an amazing way. Like, I've never read a series sort of written in this sort of layered POV, like multi-POV way. It's an incredible feat, and I'm so glad I finally read this book. This is one of my sister's favorite series, and so I've been meaning to get to it for a while, and I'm so glad I did. 5 stars all the way around. This is an incredible series that I will be thinking about for a long time after. I have so many favorite characters from this series. We have Alabaster. I won't spoil anything, but Alabaster is my man. I would do anything for you, Alabaster. Shafa just ripped my heart out and like stomped all over it. Nasun is my girl. Like, Nasun, I related so much to her. I think of all the characters, she was the one who was most like me. She's very emotion driven and loyal and just everything. I love Nasun. And then our main girl, Esun, of course. Love her so much. These were just such good characters. It's not so often that you come across a series that has strong plot, strong characters, strong world building, and strong writing. I feel like usually one of those is weaker, but in this series, no, it's all good. So I cannot recommend this series enough if you like adult fantasy. Yeah, the Broken Earth trilogy. The next book I will get into is just the one I'm going to get rid of. I actually have multiple copies of this book, so that's the reason I'm getting rid of it. If you've seen my recent videos, you'll know I'm trying to be better about the books I keep in my collection. So the one I'm getting rid of today is the Alcrate edition of A Curse for True Love. And this is just kind of, it came with the bonus chapter, which is the reason that I got it. But I don't own the first 2 Alcrate editions, and I already have other copies of this book, so I just don't really need. I can always read that bonus chapter online if I really need to, so yeah, this one is getting the boot. And now we're on to the book haul. So let's see, where should I start? I'll start with the Alcrate book of February. So if you don't know what that is, don't watch, but it is The Beasts We Bury by D.L. Taylor. This is a young adult fantasy book that follows, I think, a princess who has the ability to communicate with animals. And I love fantasies where like there's animals involved, so that automatically kind of caught my attention. But yeah, if you look at the back, there's like there's a deer, there's a wolf. Here there's like a cougar, a cat, a squirrel, and a snake. So yeah, this is the young adult I'll Create pick for February. It's got really pretty end papers. In fact, let me show you just the naked book because I think it's even prettier. So you have this sort of shiny cover, and then there's animals all over it. So there's a raven or a crow, a panther, a fennec fox, I think. Maybe another panther, a black panther, a bear, a monkey, a squirrel or a chipmunk, an owl, a snake, and a bird, and of course a raccoon. How could I forget? Really, really pretty cover. And there's more on the back actually. There's a horse, my favorite animal, a dog, a wolf, another bobcat. Just a really pretty book. Oh, and of course the sprayed edges are a sword. It's a really, really stunning book. So here are the end papers again. Really pretty. I'm sorry if you hear that airplane going by. But yeah, I'm really excited to read this book. Very excited. The next book is by an author that I've started collecting their books because I think I'm really gonna like them. And I had seen this book before and I thought it was a different book. So I read the synopsis and then I was like, oh, I don't know what this book is. But it's called The Magician's Daughter by H.G. Perry. So H.G. Perry is releasing a book this year that is on my most anticipated reads of 2025. The title is escaping me, but it's sort of like a Sidney Carton, Tale of Two Cities story, which is everything that I love in life. So I didn't know that this was on her backlist. So it's called The Magician's Daughter. This is a paperback. It's a fantasy, of course. It's really pretty. It says, a young woman is caught between two worlds in H.G. Perry's spellbinding tale of miracles, magic, and an island that might have been. So yeah, this is called an innovative fairy tale and deftly researched historical fiction all in one, which historical fiction and fantasy is my favorite combination. So very, very excited for this book. I want to get to this hopefully before I read their 2025 release. So, and luckily it's not too long, so I get through it pretty quickly. It also has deckled pages, which are my favorite. I love deckled pages. So very, 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 very excited for this book. I saw it, and once I realized it was new, like not something that I had heard of, I snatched it up. So the next book is the sequel to a adult fantasy that I bought last year, and then this is the sequel. It is called Dance of Shadows by Gaurav Mohanty. Hopefully I said that right. This is an adult fantasy. It's the Barnes & Noble exclusive, so it has these really pretty sprayed pages. It's definitely a hefty book. But I think this is sort of a fantasy with, I believe, Indian-inspired mythology. Sort of in the same vein as like George R.R. Martin's sort of epic fantasy. I love the art. Like, I loved the art on the first book, and I love it on this one too. So, so pretty. Really excited to get to this. On the back it says, kingship knows no kinship. I don't know what all of these symbols mean, but hopefully I will find out once I get to it. So yeah, really excited to read this series. I didn't even know there was anything on the inside. That says, "The seeds of war are best sown in the season of peace." It's just a stunning, stunning book. There's the author. Such a pretty book. So yeah, really excited to get to this series. And lastly, the book that I have to show you is probably my favorite. Well, it's close, but one of the favorite ones I got to show you. It is the Broken Binding edition of Blood Over Brighthaven by Emma Wong. This is an incredibly stunning book. Like, I can't emphasize enough how very, very beautiful this book is. The lighting isn't the best here, but like, if you could see it, it's so pretty. Here are these sprayed pages. There is the back. There's a cityscape on the end papers. Just so, 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 so pretty. I'm so glad I have this in my collection. Broken Binding does some of my favorite editions, I can't lie. I'd really love them to do the Broken Earth trilogy or the Dreamblood duology from N.K. Jemisin. If Broken Binding did N.K. Jemisin special editions, I think I would faint. I would pass out. So hopefully they do that in the future, because I would buy them in a heartbeat. But yeah, this is such a pretty book. I've heard amazing things about this story and all of Emma Wong's works. I've not read them yet, but I kind of already know that I'm going to like them. So yeah, I won't go into detail about what this is about because I don't really know myself, but I believe it has some dark academia elements to it. Thank you for being patient with me while I didn't upload last week. I was not feeling good at all. If I had tried to film, you would have gotten like a sneeze in every 2 seconds, and I don't think either of us would have enjoyed that. So yeah, I am gonna do some bookshelf tours soon. Trying to get everything ready, but hopefully this will tide you over in the meantime. Thank you so much for watching. If you have read any of N.K. Jemisin's work, please let me know, because I kind of need someone to talk about it with. Or just what are you reading in general? I would love to know. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next one.